All right. Shalom, Israel. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say, Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahusha, Hamashiach Dawah Katawash Rakah. That's all praises to the Most High. And we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the inhabitants of the earth ignorantly call Jesus Christ. So we are the set of the Lions of Jeshurun here to preach and to also prophesy, current
Uh,
events, right? So first, I want to start off with First Thessalonians 5, and we can start at verse 1. We can get the verse 1, 2, 3, and then drop down to verse 20, right?
Con, I'm finna pull it up for you. Let me share my screen. Um, okay, it's up there. It should be up there. Would you say start with 1 and 2 and 3?
Yeah.
And then
First,
at the
First Thessalonians 5.
5 and 1, it says First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord come, Salaki, that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
So the scriptures say that the apostles was telling us through his letters that the Lord is coming in a day where no one knows. He comes as a thief unawares, Read on.
Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
So the day of, and when these other nations and even in the mix of our own people, when they say peace and safety, as a whole lot of other people around the world are saying right now, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, right?
Con,
Drop down to verse 20.
Verse 20, First Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 20, it says, despise not prophesying.
So we don't despise and prophesy, because the prophets of old, the Lord have spoken to us through the mouth of his prophets, and he's told us what was going to happen on the face of the earth, before it happens, right? And so
Con,
bring up can I share my on screen?
yeah, you should be able to. I'm gonna put you right in.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Mike. Yeah, you up there.
Am I up here? Can you see it?
Yeah, that's that Iron Dome, I think. Man,
Right.
that looked like Salakia. At first glance, it looks like something out of a movie, man, like something fell from outer space or something. I don't know what to say about that shot.
Right. And so this is a part of the scriptures that was just read. When they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them unawares, right? And
Come,
so we don't despise prophesying. Somebody give me Ezekiel 36 and 5, right? Because these people that are in the land of Jerusalem right now, in the land of Israel, those people are not the real Jews. They are not the true inhabitants of that land. The Lord never gave them that land, and so it's becoming more and more evident as these days go on, and it's becoming evidence in the prophecies, right?
you say 36 and 5?
Yeah, 36 and 5.
Come, I'm gonna come back to your screen. All right, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
So the Edomites, who is the so-called Europeans or the so-called white men today have appointed the land of Jerusalem, into their possession with despiteful minds. And now, as you can see, in some of these articles, right, the 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 Israeli there was a strike on Jerusalem. It's the Hamas militant group on Monday launched a rail rocket strike on Jerusalem after hundreds of Palestinians were hurt in clashes with Israeli police at an iconic mosque, as tensions in the holy city pushed the region closer to full-fledged war. Right, and so they cast it out with read that over again. Read Ezekiel 36:5 over again.
Con. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds.
Right, and so hold on, in despiteful minds, right? The Israeli police are trying to what's the word I'm looking for? They was trying to push out Palestinian families from the Holy Land, and this had escalated to the point where the Hamas militant group started throwing shooting rockets, over the civilians, in that land. And
That's
these go ahead.
Shalak, I just wanted to interject one time, throw a little point in. We're the humble and the meek because the Israelites, Ben Ami from Chicago, and those other guys who went to Israel in the what was that, 69, I believe it was, or
Mhm.
1969. They're kicking out 45 of those so-called Black American Hebrew Israelites. We don't have no army to try to shoot no missiles to defend our people over there and keep them in the land. But look at the other nations. They going to full-fledged war over what, 6 families, 9 families? But
Right,
then they kicking out 45 of us, and we ain't got it. Ain't like nothing nobody could do. They just on the wing and a prayer. But Shalaki, you got it out.
right. And so they cast it out with despiteful Salakia. Um and they have despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prayer. Keep reading.
Verse 6. No, I'm gonna finish 5. It say, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. It says, verse 6, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord power. Behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people Israel, for they are at hand to come.
Right. And so soon when the Lord sent his son, his only begotten son, Yahweh to come in and pick us up out of all the lands where we were scattered to, and then he's going to put us back into that land, right? Get Isaiah I think it's chapter 2, verse 4. And before you get that, I want you to share my screen again so we can get some more um look at some of these pictures.
You
Or
say
better, or
Isaiah,
better yet, you see in the private chat the
con,
last link, AP News. Click that, and then you can just look at it on yours.
So you say Isaiah 2 and photo, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, con, I got that. Now, click on this link.
The last one.
It says Shalom to the Aki Carl Lodge on the comment board. Shalom. Okay, you say that last link from AP News.
Yeah.
Is my screen up there? Let me share my screen.
Yeah, it's your screen. Yeah, share your
I
screen.
think Tazama trying to get in. I sent him the link. I don't know if you got to let him in or not.
Con, I'm gonna let him in when I if I see him pop up.
Uh,
So yeah, man, look at that. What's that? It says rockets are launched from the Gaza Strip towards Israel Monday, May 10th, 2021. Hamas militants fired dozens of rockets into Israel on Monday, including a barrage that set off air raid sirens as far as away as Jerusalem. After hundreds of Palestinians were hurt in clashes with Israeli police at a flashpoint religious site in the countryside, Holy City. So yeah, man, it's looking like it's up there.
Yeah, man. It's getting bad, bro. It's getting ugly.
Yeah, they dragging people across the Temple Mount. You know that Temple Mount, them Muslims, man, they be going crazy over that Temple Mount thing, that Dome of the Rock thing, man. But look at them, man. All praises for this image right here. You know what I'm saying? Because these be the people in the stores who be killing they be raping all their girls. They be snatching all their girls. They be killing us whenever they think we stealing at the store. They want to blow the damn blow our brains out. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like we ain't got no strength in our hands to do nothing. But look what the Most High doing on our behalf. He letting these people destroy each other.
Right. And so these people don't fulfill prophecy, man. So get
Come
that in Isaiah the second chapter. Read from the first verse down to number 4.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 1. The word is the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
So where it says the top of the mountains is talking about the governments. It shall the Lord's house shall be established upon all these top governments, right? Read on.
It says, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Because when we get gathered, first we're going to go into the wilderness. When we in the wilderness, then the Lord is going to plead, with us, and then we're going to go into the bond of the second covenant, right? And then afterwards, when we know the law, when the law is put in our inward parts, then we will start to become a light to the Gentiles, to the other nations, and that's when they're gonna walk, in these laws, when we have to teach them, right? Read verse 3 over again.
It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths, for out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Right. Read on.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right. So when the real people of the Lord are in authority, right, no other nation will be able to learn war anymore. They will take their instruments of war and turn it into instruments of cultivation. like cultivating farm, building, and whatnot, right? Um, yeah, keep reading.
Verse 5, O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord.
Right, and the heathens, they will come to our light, right? And so, anybody got a point they want to make?
No, yeah, like you say, man, they're going to take their weapons and turn them into weapons of cultivation, man, and get them that slave field and till that ground. Okay, but uh, uh, for I hope I'm spelling this right. Nope, I spelled it totally wrong.
What you trying to spell?
I got it out the Balfour Declaration.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna just read this right fast off Wikipedia, and it says the Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued by the British government in 1917 during the First World War, announcing support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. Okay, so um, the Most High didn't put those people in that land. Some Edomite man did. Okay, from Britain, Great Britain in 1917. Um, it says signatures Arthur James Balfour, the Balfour Declaration. Man, Arthur Balfour is the one who put those people in the land, or he signed the papers. I know it was really goes into what's that one man's name, Mr. Burns off the Simpsons, Lord Rothschild,
Yeah,
Lord
yeah.
Jacob
Thank you,
Rothschild.
Rob. Yeah.
He was the one who was putting all these or his peoples I should say was the one putting these moves into motion, man, to get these false people in their land to bring forth Bible prophecy. Because little do people know these elites know prophecy, man. These elites know scriptures, know prophecy. Um, well, they don't know prophecy to an extent, but hey, they knew enough to put them people in that land. They
Yeah.
knew enough to put them people in that land and run that land amok until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. It's gonna be trodden down. You know, so yeah, that's all I wanted to just bring that out about the Balfour Declaration, because there's not gonna, like we just read, the people are not gonna study war anymore. It's a verse 4, Isaiah 2 and 4. It says, and shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So who is these people in the homeland fighting?
Y'all got a precept too.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, I'm gonna pull it up. That was all. That was all I had on that.
Deuteronomy 25 and 19. You want to send them dog Amalekites over there in the land or whatever. Cause we in the time of redemption, man. This is all when the Lord redeemed our people finally, man. You know.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 19. It says, therefore it shall be when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from all thine enemies round about thee, and the
Oh man,
land.
started verse. My fault. Started verse. You started verse 17.
Verse 17, Deuteronomy chapter 25. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not Yahweh.
See, they didn't show our people no mercy, whatever. Now they over there calling themselves us or whatever. You ever heard the term "no peace" in the Middle East?
Con,
And you see they over there tearing stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
They
named the
fear.
lesson. I believe I named the lesson beef in the Middle East and
Con, you know,
martial law.
and they say they feared not the Most High, Amalek. You know what I'm saying?
Them Ashkenazi Jews, them
That's why they got
Amalekites.
y'all heard what's that called? They call over there Pink City in Tel Aviv. They call that they got the #1 gay parade over there in the country. So that's like somebody that's like you got a real clean house, right? Because we know that Holy Land, that's the Heavenly Father's land on this earth. That's like somebody walking through your house with mud boots on. You got white floors, white walls, white everything, white couches, all type of stuff. Everything just clean, crisp white. And somebody walk tracking mud through your house and then get on your couch, dirty as hell, and then put their feet on the couch.
They tracking dung through the Holy Land.
You feel me?
Con.
Right. Hey,
You
Salakia.
don't see the most
Hey,
high.
hey, pull up that third link in the private chat.
Con, let me finish this off. Let me get this
Yeah.
last script. That's Deuteronomy 25:19. Therefore it shall be when the Lord thy power have given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, and the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it,
The land that
that,
they in right now over there wreaking havoc.
that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. So he's saying, don't forget that. Hold on to that future prophecy. We gonna smoke these niggas out of the homeland.
Right.
Okay? When the Most High come back, give us that spiritual power, we gonna smoke them out of the homeland, man.
Remember the days of old, and then dealing with they say blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. So these people are not gonna remain because who is Amalek? That's Esau's direct grandson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the head tribe of Edom, like Judah is the head tribe of Israel. He say blot out the remembrance of these people. So the Most High, he over there stirring them spirits up. It's a reason all that's happening over there.
Mm-hmm.
I even got this video on my what's name before you pull up that article. If you want to show my screen real quick. They got people getting shot, ran over, all type of stuff going on over there, bro. But we supposed to believe it's the people though.
Yeah, I saw buddy got ran over by that Toyota Camry. He got ran over by some type of some little type of one of them new cars.
Yeah. Here you go, right here.
Unhappy heart, an area holy to
havoc, bro.
Jews and
this was a couple hours ago.
alike, some of the worst violence in years. Outside the Al-Aqsa Mosque, or Temple Mount to the Jews, Palestinians threw rocks at Israeli police, who fired tear gas, stun grenades, and rubber bullets. This the anniversary of Israel's capture of East Jerusalem 54 years ago. More than 300 Palestinians were injured, along with 21 Israeli police. The latest flashpoint in one of the world's most intractable disputes. Videos posted on social media showed chaos inside the mosque early this morning, where many Palestinians had stayed all night. They threw stones or
Buddy got a
fireworks at
slingshot.
Israeli police,
like David.
inside.
Yeah.
This the Islamic world's third
Boy,
most
you was
holy
not David.
site, near the end of the holy month of Ramadan.
There are many, dozens of injured, dozens of people who were injured from the bullets. It's amazing. This is a praying place, not for fight.
Just outside the old city, a dispute with an Israeli driver ended with him knocking a man down with his car after apparently losing control. He was set upon by Palestinians until an Israeli policeman intervened by firing into the air. Israeli police were also filmed repeatedly kicking a Palestinian they had captured as he lay on the ground. This explosion of anger is not just about the anniversary of occupation. Elections to a Palestinian parliament were last held 15 years ago, while Israel's Supreme Court is about to rule on the eviction of 6 Palestinian families from Jerusalem's Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood.
And this all after what just recently happened in the Holy Land a couple weeks ago.
They tried to get us up out of there.
Yes, sir. You see this kid. See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come on. So you say, Shabbat, you say grab that third link up?
Yeah, the third link to back up what Aisha was talking about with Tel Aviv, right?
Come on, y'all. Here you go. It says Tel Aviv opens up citywide bomb shelters.
Yeah, see your screen.
Oh, Salakia. The water. It say, man, Tel Aviv opens up citywide bomb shelters following rocket attacks. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, you in the airport or you at the mall, wherever they at, hey, duck your taco this way. Just in case you get to hearing them sirens, run this way and seek shelter, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, let me read a little bit. It says the Tel Aviv municipality, what that word say? Municipality. The Tel Aviv municipality sent an urgent message to all residents late Monday night that all citywide bomb shelters would be reopened. The cities of G G G G Javante, Ramat Gan, and Bini Brock have made similar announcements. It says and added that no one should be inside the bomb shelters unless there is an active order to go in. If a siren sounded, all residents should enter the bomb shelter closest to them. So, you know what I'm saying? What else it say? The announcement added that schools will operate according to home front command regulations, man. So, yeah, it ain't looking good for them over there, man. You know, hey, they trying to,
Right.
what it say? Somebody put in a comment says, gentlemen, prepare to defend yourselves an hour ago. Somebody says, get ready, Israel, be vigilant, well prepared for any contingency or possibility in the moment's notice. Big war could come soon. Hopefully not.
Right. I got a precept on that. Someone get Joel 3 or 9. Because it ain't no coincidence that those comments are saying, prepare war, get ready for war, right? Because the scriptures talk about that.
Yeah. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Prepare ye this among the Salakia. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Hey,
Right.
beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. So, hey, he telling them, if y'all farming and all of that stuff right now, take your farming utensils and turn them into weapons, because he gonna have these people take each other out, and then they can take the weapons and turn them back into tools of cultivation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right. Read on.
Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, because thy mighty ones to come down, Salakia. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. I got a precept. That was it on that?
Yeah, I was in on that.
All right, I got a precept right fast.
I got a couple after you.
Because what he just said right there, I was going to get this precept before we just read this. He said, I'm going to read it again. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So, yeah, man, I want to just put this in Obadiah. All right, I know it's Obadiah like 1 to 18, 1 to 15. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 15, man. It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. Verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. That's talking about blotting out Amalek's remembrance. It's going to be as though they had not been. You're never going to be able to tell. They was telling us, hurry up and bite. You ain't y'all children of the kingdom ain't gonna be able to fathom it. But yeah, that's all I had.
Go, hey, while you there, go to Matthew 24 and 10.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another.
And shall be hate one another. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on down there.
Verse 11.
Yeah, read on there.
And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And
Right.
because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
And that's what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? The love of many is waxing cold in this world. From there, jump from that to Mark 3:24 real quick.
Salakia right fast. And all this iniquity that's abounding on the planet Earth is causing the love of many to wax cold, man. Because it's like here in Chicago, for instance, you don't want to kill your own people, but you don't want to let your own people kill you. You know what I'm saying? So the love has waxed cold because you got people who be carrying their pipe around ready to blow anybody head off at any reason because ain't no love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Salaki, you say Mark.
Yeah, 3 and 20. You start 23.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them, and he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
You know what I'm saying? They was added against each other. You know what I'm saying? So that whole little setup they got over there finna collapse and fall. You know what I'm saying? They fighting amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we can't prosper as a people, because that's what our people doing right now. Right? Verse 25.
And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
And that's why you look in the black community, you see so many broken households and families or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, they turned our women into our enemies or whatever, then they pushed the man out of the household, and you got so many broken homes and our people is destroyed behind it, right? And the same stuff is falling on them because of what the Most High say, he's gonna put them curses on our enemy, right?
And if Satan, verse 26, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end.
But have an end, you know what I'm saying? So we approaching the end of these heathen.
Who is Satan in the flesh? Amalek.
And this is my last preach, so I want to share on this. If you can flip it to my screen real quick. Like this, how we know we in them times where it's finna pop, man. And it could be any day now. Like it's something every day now. Like it's to the point now. It's like a riot darn every day now. At this point, you know what I'm saying? It's some type of something going on like this every day. You got my friends here. I just want to point this out too. This is not even necessarily dealing with them. This 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. It says, "Behold, victuals." So let's see what victuals is, right? Victuals. It say food or provision. Basically anything that's good, like goods, basically, you know what I'm saying? Provide with food or other stores. 2nd Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Because we're approaching that famine. You got the sword, what's going on, what we just showed in that video, and that's great confusion going on over there too, because they fighting amongst each other, and this whole much all-out chaos going on. Now, didn't they just say how much they paying these kids for food stamps now?
Man, like 6. They getting like
$600, bro, for 10-year-old little boys and 11-year-old girls getting $600 in food stamps. But then a homeless person or whatever standing outside a food pantry trying to get something to eat, and they can't even get stamps and nothing like that, bro. But then I remember last year when COVID first popped, you know what I'm saying, the gas prices dropped this low.
144. 144.
You feel me? It dropped that low. You know what I'm saying? And that's just showing you like the victuals is becoming cheap. But he said when that happened, they should think themselves to be in good case, because people see them low gas prices like, oh yeah, it's good. Man, we getting
the economy booming.
Our kids getting $600 in food stamps. Oh yeah, we straight, we good. You know what I'm saying? They should think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, because that's what it's all leading to. Yeah, that was all I had.
All right, I got a quick little precept on that, man. Book of 1 Timothy. It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 17. It says, charge them that are rich in this world that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches, but in the living power who giveth us richly all things to enjoy. You know, so hey, people got their faith and their hope stocked up and them stamps, man. You know what I'm saying? If them
And that
stamps start
stimmy,
getting their whole life over with.
and that
You
stimmy.
know what I'm saying? They out there with that stimmy check, these people jobs here in America. Once all this stuff stops and call like remember we were talking about if you got Jake right, you riding down the damn Ryan and you see the EMP attack hit downtown, all the lights going off.
Yeah.
I was telling the sisters at camp on Saturday, I'm like, if you in the car with that so-called real nigga, like all he got is a lip 30 with all he got is a lip 40 with a 30 in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Once them lights and stuff go off in that car stop, who is he gonna call on? You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man,
Where's his help?
I'm glad you
His
just said
spiritual
that.
help.
I'll pull this up real quick. I gotta show that just for I gotta show this. Hold on. Now that you just mentioned that, grab Salaki. Cause like a lot of these so-called real street niggas, a lot of these effeminate thugs finna turn into the woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me see real quick, Salaki. Oh yeah, get Jeremiah. Yeah, 50 and 36.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 36. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dope. A sword is upon her mighty man, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
Hold on, that's the one. Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, share the
Yeah.
screen too.
Oh, Salaki, my bad, Salaki.
You got 50 and 36.
I'm gonna read it again, man. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 36, and it reads: "A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword
So
is
the
upon
men is
her."
gonna turn to the women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas gonna turn to, you know what I'm saying, the B word, in other words. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about a sword upon all these things, the horses and chariots. What's that? That's these cars. Like you saying, that EMP attack is a sword against that car because it's gonna shut down all the electricity. So if this nigga riding on down Ryan, he on the E-way, and all the electricity start shutting down, that little Hellcat, he ain't gonna shut down. It's gonna really be hell.
He better have a damn 1958 Volkswagen Scooby Doo van, because that's probably gonna be the only thing still rolling.
Come on, yo. So it said the men is gonna be as women. Now flip the screen over to me real quick, because a lot of our brothers out here, man, that still want to live this fake thug lifestyle, man. You know what I'm saying? This they future right here. A lot of them gonna turn to Buddy right here. You can see it.
Yeah.
They gonna turn to Buddy right here.
Like, look at my car, y'all. Look at my car.
Now, his car must have broke down. His car must have broke down in the ops hood, bro.
He had a car accident.
Yeah. It hit the dashboard. Like, it hit the middle. And ain't nobody. People be weird as fuck. People is weird as fuck.
Hold on,
people is weird as fuck, and ain't no. And the motherfucker just gonna leave me out here on phone them. And just gonna leave me out here. Motherfucking just don't even care. My whole fucking face is fucked open, all type of shit. And I ain't got nobody to help me lift my car from none of that. You say, well, I'm crying. I'm crying.
Hey, this ain't the look no more, man.
I'm crying because I'm hurt as hell on front of them. Oh, phone up.
Oh man.
Hey, get to the part when help finally arrive.
You see how easy this shit is? Motherfucker. You see how easy this shit is?
Niggas gonna turn to little girls out of it, man.
Fuck your ass around this corner, nigga. Gonna say sorry, nigga. You see how easy this shit is? Don't pick shit up. On my soul, it'll be the last time you been over, nigga. Walk over here and say sorry, nigga. Easy, nigga. I'll do this shit. You a junkie, boy. We don't supposed to be out here on this little junkie, nigga. Talk, nigga. Bro, I need y'all help. I need y'all help.
He told him to walk.
Yeah, he punked him, man.
And you know what's crazy about this though? It's the same type of Jake that'll say, I don't fear no man but God, right? But how do you fear God? Keep his commandments, right? But Jake ain't got none of that on his mind whatsoever. But then what Jake rap about? I can't leave the crib without it.
Hey,
So you saying you can't leave the crib without it because you worrying about some nigga pulling up on you finna blow your, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you actually do that, man, and you don't fear God. But this the same type of nigga that'll say something like that.
Hey, keep going, let it play.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the point the police came. I think it's up here.
No, get the part. He say, I'm finna empty the whole clip, folks.
I don't even know what he said.
It's coming up.
Right now, bro. He just, hey, I need y'all help, bro. I need y'all help, bro. Oh, my brother, I need y'all help, bro. Bro, I need y'all. No food. Bro, I need you.
That's a damn shame, bro.
That's bad enough on that. But I know what you're talking about. He was like, man, I'm folding, I'm finna blick him down. But you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read one more time.
The man say, I'm finna up the pipe, I'm finna empty the whole clip. And then as soon as he was saying that, he hopped out talking about, there you go right there, officer. Him right there, officer. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, man. Read that one more time. Pull your screen and read that one more time though. Cause like you was telling Eve, like man, she riding on the damn ride with a nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? Then that EMP attack happened, bro, and all that light started shutting down, and that Hellcat ain't working no more. It's really gonna be hell for him out here. You know what I'm saying? Jake gonna turn it to the woman.
Come on, it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 50 and verse 37.
Yeah,
a sword is Jeremiah 50 and 37. A sword is upon their houses, Salaki. A sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
Said the mighty men is gonna become as women, man. The toughest nigga on the block is gonna become you know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna make an example out of niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I can't even find it right now. But basically, pretty much say he causing all the proud to cease, and a lot of niggas like this to be, you know what I'm saying, proud as hell. So he gonna make an example out of niggas by turning them to the toughest nigga into a straight B word.
Right.
As much as I can.
Right. Get Proverbs 1 and 29, right? Because those three scriptures fit that man in that video just perfectly, man.
You say 1 and 29?
Yeah, 1 and 29 to 31.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 29. For they acknowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Right.
They were none.
Right. So that brother, he didn't choose the fear of the Lord, because if he feared the Lord and kept the commandments, he wouldn't have to worry about another nigga coming up on him, you know, and pushing him into that situation, you know. Read on.
For they that hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, they would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
Right. And so they will eat of their own fruit, right? The knowledge that they think they have in their mind, they're gonna be filled with it.
Yeah, he talking about don't phone them. Well, now look at the other folk now. Folks in them then came and culture lacking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you eating a taste of your own medicine, man.
God, they should eat and you never know what type of guy this was probably a couple years ago. He probably used to be the type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get off the block, you know what I'm saying? He with a group of niggas and they jumping somebody for whatever the reason it might be, and then later down the line, this would happen. Now he's exposed. Now he can't even. His career is over with.
His life is over. He's
Yeah,
tarnished.
it's one thing if it wasn't recorded, then he probably would have got away with it. But you broadcasted it for the world. You over with now.
Then he on that whining, man. So where I was at 32.
And you know the best bet for him at this point, man. Hey, turn to the Lord, bro.
Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna never hear the end of it.
And ain't nothing wrong with that. At least, dude.
Hey, this verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. See, you got caught lacking, and folks then punched you and took your chains. So it say, in the prosperity of fools shall destroy them, because Jake want to take his money. You want to go bad down a $1,500 box Chevy and put some $15,000 Ford Giotto rims on it. So now when you at the gas station pumping your gas, folks them out there selling nickel bags of weed with the pipe, they finna peel your car up. Soon as you go pay for the gas, they in your car gone. It's over with.
Get some rock 14 and 3 for what you just said.
Hey, so like, let me finish this off, verse 33. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quieted from fear of evil. I never cared. I mean, you know, we don't want to brag and boast and act like we invincible when we in the streets of Chicago, but hey, I ain't never even seen nobody, man. Look, you would be surprised. You know what I'm saying? How the Most High be protecting his people, man.
Most High be that's why I can't even.
Shalaki, what you say? Get out, second issues.
That's a rock 14 and 3.
Oh. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 14 and verse 3, riches are not commonly for a nigger. And what should an envious man do with money?
Rich is not a beautiful thing for niggas like that. He had a chain for the neck full of chains on and a damn red ski mask.
Hey, that red ski mask got bad luck. That's that Soldier Boy hat.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
bro.
the same hat when Soldier Boy, when Buddy them and Cali was smacking Soldier Boy up and snatched his phone or whatever they did to him.
Yeah. Talking about something like that.
Yeah, but then something else happened to somebody else with that red hat on too.
Yeah,
they got treated. Hey, but now, Shabba, do you got something else?
I mean, we can get Nahum 1 and 2. You know.
Yeah, let's get back to the topic at hand.
And then we can precept that with Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10 and 25. But get Nahum 1 and 2.
I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh, I got him, Mark. I got him up there. I was just pulling them up first. Right, let me share my screen. Okay. All right, so this is the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 2. Yahweh is jealous, and the Lord revengeth. The Lord revengeth and is furious. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemies.
Right. So the Lord, he's going to revenge all his adversaries, his enemies, you know. Read on, verse 3.
It says, the Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Right. He's not going to forget the wicked deeds of the wicked. You know, he remember it as if it happened yesterday. Right. Read on.
The Lord has his way in the whirlwind and in the storm.
Right. He has his way in the chariots. Right. What they call UFOs.
It say the clouds are the clouds are the dust of his feet. He rebuketh the sea.
That's it on that. That's it on that. Hey, get Jeremiah 10 and 25, because this is what we ask the Lord, you know, and we pray and we ask the Lord to do unto the heathen, right?
Con, it says Jeremiah 10:25, pour out thy fury upon the heathen that know not, Salaki, that pour out thy fury upon the heathen that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name.
And because them fake Jewish people, they call upon Hashem, which really is not paleo, but modern day Hebrew for the name. You know, they don't call upon the Lord's name. Read on.
Con, for they have eaten up Jacob and devoured him and consumed him and have made his habitation desolate.
Right, and the real Holy Land, I mean, the real Jerusalem is in Tel Arad. That land, Jerusalem, right now, that's not the land, right? Our land still lay desolate to this very day. You know. Anyone got a precept?
Con, I got a precept on that land.
I got a precept, man.
All right, let me get this. This is the book of Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations, and to all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So they over there running amok in our homeland, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we in the last days, man. The time of the Gentiles is being fulfilled. These niggas gonna kill each other. You know?
Right. And they are devouring us, you know, even until this very day.
Yeah. What you got, Aisha?
Get 2nd Ezra 6 and 18.
Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 18, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth.
See, that's the time period we in, right? Reading on. We're gonna read
and we'll begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. And when
I'm letting them, you know what I'm saying, fake Jews, whatever, because they the ones that funded the slave trade.
It says, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then I will shew these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And
what's the firmament? That's the second heaven, right?
Yeah.
Opened before the firmament. Now, who is above that second heaven? The Most High and the third heaven. And you lay a book down. You know what I'm saying? You lay down on something. This based on my judgment.
Yeah.
Right. 21.
And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up.
22.
Shalaki. It say, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown.
Right.
The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
This full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Now, what's that going to? That's going to that martial law. I mean, that, you know what I'm saying? That's going to basically the food shortages, which is what's going to lead to the martial law.
Hey, it's just like Walmart. You flip that around, it's gonna be martial law. Hey, you're gonna have people walking up looking inside of Walmart windows, trying to see if they still got some food on the shelves, trying to see what's going on. But out here gonna be breaking loose, man. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't got no water, nothing at the crib, and then they refrigerator probably already empty, and then they go to the store and everything off the shelf or whatever. And then they bring in this RFID chip, and then you got people out here riding and stuff. You got certain people that's not even in the truth that's gonna rebel against that chip. So when they do this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna have no choice but to bring in that martial law. And if you flip the screen over to me real quick, just one time, we're gonna bring it back to you. You know what I'm saying? They already got this stuff built up. I just seen several videos of them having the trucks and all type of stuff ready already. You see this right here?
Damn, what that said?
This in the U.S., bro. They got FEMA camps all over the U.S. right now, bro. All this stuff already built.
Folks don't look like they studied in the snow with no coats on.
It been built for years, bro. I remember Cat Williams. He talked about this on one of his West names, bro. I don't know if it was Pimp Chronicles or something like that, but one of his little stand-ups or whatever. And he was talking about how he knew about how they had these FEMA camps. Like, look, they got it marked off. So you know what I'm saying? It might be a time where you know what I'm saying, they might round people up. And if you over here, we in Illinois, right? So we 5 right here, right? 5 in this section right here. They might take you, and then before you know it, you in section number 7. Your wife end up in section number 4, and your kids end up in 2 and 3 over here. You know what I'm saying? They might scatter. We might not even all go to the same one. They're gonna scatter family members, all type of stuff, bro. That's why it's like, man, we're gonna have to have the spirit of the Most High on us in them days to keep us endured. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man. And remember, I told you I had that dream. Matter of fact, hold on. This is all leading up to that great notable day. Let me see real quick. 20. This is Joel 2:28, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old man shall dream dreams, and your young man shall see visions. So you remember I told you I had that dream, bro? Well, like it was some lights flickering in my house, and if the lights flickering in my house or whatever, you know what I'm saying, all the lights just eventually went out. So I'm thinking it's just, you know what I'm saying, a blackout on the block. So I go outside and I open the door up, and it was these big black trucks outside, and they was like bigger than normal. Like these trucks was like super big, and they was on all the blocks or whatever. I'm like, Dad, what's all this? And all the lights was out, and it was like 8 to 10 Edomites, dude, big Edomites dressed in heavy armor, and something like that. And I had to run, and then I woke up, bro. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hey, flip that back to what you had. We can finish reading that out. What you said? Verse 22.
22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses.
So I can touch on that. It said suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. You know what I'm saying? Because what we in right now, quarantine, right? Everything on lockdown. So we in this time period right here. It suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, because people can't really go nowhere. It's hard to travel, all type of stuff. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, and that's right in the same time period in the same scripture right here too. Right? 23.
It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, and when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid.
You know what I'm saying? That is going to
he gonna suddenly come back like a thief in the night. At that time shall friends fight against one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Now it said at the beginning of this, it said at that time shall friends fight one against another, because you got people out here triple cross each other, double cross each other, backdooring each other, whatever you want to call it. And then that video, we don't know how many of them people was in there that was friends, whatever, all them Israeli Jewish over there fighting each other out there riding.
Mm-hmm.
They probably out there swinging on their homeboy or somebody.
Right.
Let me see. I think is that it? Let me see. That was pretty much it, though. All I had as far as that, though.
Gone.
Yeah, man. Hey, so
I
got
read the next. You pretty much read the next one.
Verse 25. 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Whoso remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Man.
Boy.
Let me get this right fast. The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 20. And when ye see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Now we know that Yahweh Shah was referring this to the future siege of Jerusalem that took place in 70 AD. But this also has parallel meanings, man, because when we see the whole land over there of Israel and turmoil and wars and rumors of wars and uprisings, then we know that the destruction and the desolation of this present day world and kingdom is near. Okay, when we see them going over there like we watching today, all these videos, we know that our kingdom is near because the Most High, hey, he called the exterminator to get the rats out. He got the death angel clearing out the rats, man.
Right.
You know. Anybody had anything else? I think it was like another link or two in the private chat.
Yeah, we can get the links.
It say the 10th. This is from the Jerusalem Post. May 10th, 2021. Okay, so this is from earlier today, man. It says the tinder box that is Jerusalem has burst into flames. Hey, well, I just said that. When you see Jerusalem surrounded with armies, know that the desolation thereof is nigh, man. It's near. So yeah, man. As soon as these people go, look, every day we wake up, we one day closer to Yahweh Shah's return, and these wars and rumors of wars are starting to kick off.
Right. Get second address 13 and 29. I guess we can end that off on these last few scriptures, or if another brother have something else to go into.
Salaki, hold on. Yeah, Khan Salakia. Let me see the comments right fast. Oh, Shalom, Elder Zephaniah tuning in. Shalom to the elder.
Shalom.
And Salakia. Now let me get that last what I said I was gonna get second Ezra 13 and what scripture Arc 6?
29.
Oh, Salakia. Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 29. And it reads, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
Right. He's gonna it's sooner, in after these prophecies begin to unfold and come to pass, and the Lord's going to send his son to, and the holy angels to start gathering us, from the four corners of the earth, right? Read on.
It says, verse 30, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
Right. He's going to come, and then everybody's just going to be astonished, at what they're seeing,
Come on, I got one more precept for that one too. It say, verse 31, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another, man.
Right. And
So, hey,
yeah,
Salaki, you gonna have the gay realm versus the straight realm. You know what I'm saying? These last evil days, you're gonna have all type of uprisings going on against each other, man. These different worlds, because the Most High only coming to save the realm of the elect, the Israel of the Most High. Okay. But verse 32. No, you had something else you want to say, Oxalaki.
Oh no, you said it.
Verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen when I shew thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending.
Read on, keep reading.
And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have won. Salaki. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have won against another.
So when the Lord returns, there's going to be people fighting each other, in that war. You know, we
Con. It says, and then innumerable multitudes shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them willing to come to overcome him by fighting.
right, and then all of those nations they're gonna turn. Well, they're gonna fight against him. You know, and so
Con.
yeah, that's it on that. You got a precept.
Um, yeah, what was I finna get? Oh yeah, because it say, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, right? So it just reminds me of so like it just reminds me of this verse right here, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far all beyond that they look for. Okay, so you got like the black, Hispanic, and Native American man. Let's just deal with the so-called black man here in America for 1 second. You know, we didn't have Martin Luther King come and they like that ain't work. And we didn't build Black Wall Street and so on and so forth. Even people in Haiti who revolted and back to Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman. It says, but they're going to. It says, and they shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. Because they just expecting us to get another damn Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton to come and speak, and they probably thinking like one day these black people are going to be liberated and free, but they have no idea that the most high power of the universe is sending his son back here, who is a so-called black man who is coming back on so-called UFO hovercraft spaceships. That's beyond anybody's. Nobody can even fathom that. No, especially like no American person after watching all these sci-fi movies and scary movies, and you just thinking everything is a damn joke here in America. Folly is setting great dignity here in America, so they don't take nothing serious. It's sort of like Smokey and Big Worm. You know what I'm saying? Did he say you say you nigga had a gun when you see them, right? Well, name one nigga in the hood that play like that. So like that's how the most high finna come back in a strange fashion, man. Suddenly. He gonna suddenly crack that sky. And the people ain't gonna know how to behave, man. People gonna excrement on themselves, man. It say men's heart shall fail them for fear. For the things that's coming upon the earth, man.
Yeah.
No, it's like the little boy. Remember we saw them streaks in the sky over what was that Ontario? It was Ontario or Orlando or somewhere. Them lights was in the sky. Them shooting stars coming down. The little boy's like,
Oh,
wow, that's so amazing.
Yeah. I know you're doing.
Yeah, with the little shorty them, man. So yeah, man, people ain't gonna know how to react when he come and save us, man. You know what I'm saying? Call halal, Yahabashim and Habashah for the salvation of Israel, man, for the Redeemer. All praise to the Most High for His Son coming to redeem us, man. That's like talk about a good look. Talk about. I remember back in the day we used to be like, man, that's righteous. When somebody, or they overly bless you, whether it could be like, somebody give you some chips in your hand, you open your hands and they hit you with a light, you be like, oh, that's righteous, good looking. Or whatever the case may be. They might hit you up with some bread or whatever the case may be. We say that's righteous, good looking. But hey, the way the Most High come back is going to be so righteous. It's going to be so glorious, tremendous. I can't even pick the words.
Your life gonna begin, because right now, you know what I'm saying, this ain't living what we living right now, man. It's captivity, bro. It's punishment right now. As a matter of fact, you ain't had nothing else to grab. You can get Colossians 3:1.
Let me get this right here, because you say that's when life begins up.
Yeah.
This second Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world. That's the so-called white man. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. That's the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man, the beginning of life, the beginning of the new world. All right, you say, yeah, what up?
You can close with Colossians 3:1.
It's the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 1. And it reads, if ye then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh.
Seek those things which are above, the knowledge of the Lord's word, what we doing.
That's right.
Verse 2.
Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth.
Set your love on these precepts, pretty much, right? Now, why you saying this? First,
For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach and
so you're
Yahweh.
not necessarily supposed to be doing that. Them guys on this side, and even if you was in the world, you come to this truth, you start to lose a lot of that. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a lot of people you used to kick it with, they probably ain't rocking with you no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Little chicks you probably used to deal with, they ain't feeling it no more because you on this or whatever, which is actually a blessing though. For ye are dead and your life is hid in Hamashiach.
Come on, y'all. We got that hedge around us, that spiritual hedge, man. Hey, right. Salaki, one more thing. You got me study going on.
Verse 4 was the last one.
Salaki. It say, when Hamashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory.
So we're gonna taking that same glory, because when the Lord step on the scene, everything here. So if you want his same, man, everything yours too. So yeah, man.
That's right.
Captivity, bro.
Hey, yeah, man. This because he's talking about the sisters, how the sisters don't want to rock with you no more when you come into the truth, because all they want to do is get high and drunk and eat.
Man,
they want to jump from the carousel, the carousel, jumping from horse to horse.
Hey, I was just I was just talking to Tazama on the phone or whatever earlier before I jumped on him, and he was like, it's some little chick he working with or whatever, and she kind of young or whatever, but she was listening or whatever. She was like, Dad, yeah, you kind of serious about what you want or whatever. And then she said she ain't thinking about concerned about getting her life right till she like 40 or something. She 21. Like she thinking about that carousel.
Hey, 1 Timothy 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. So she don't want to settle down and she's 40. She's not gonna. It's not looking good. Okay.
She gonna make it to 40 because this, for all we know, man. Hey, this could be the last couple months.
Man, I hope we ain't got another 20 years.
Man, with the way it's looking, bro, I don't think so, because man, in California they passed a law where you can be grown and deal with a 11-year-old, if a girl like 11 years old or older.
I think they said. I think it was Shalakia. I think they said it was something to the liking of if she's like 7 years younger than you, or something. So or something like that. Like you said, right, 11 or 7. It was one of those numbers where they said you could be with her, G, as long as you got to be like 11 or 7 years above her age difference. You can't be like overly old. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like, if a little girl like 10, you probably got to be like 20. You could be like 20 with a 10-year-old or something like that, or 21 with a 10-year-old, like 11 years. So
and yeah, like, they making it well. You gotta learn. Kids gotta learn homosexual stuff in school now. That stuff we pulled up on the last stream. Boys can be princesses. I don't see this lasting another 20 years, bro. The most having to shut this place down.
And then that's the best way I could ever heard it be put, because man, look, it's getting wickeder and wickeder, man. What they get? What they call it? What is called, man? Oh, here you go, right here, man. Transgender Thursday.
What?
When you at the library, you could take the kids to the library on a Thursday, and they got the Geechies up in there reading the kids the books on Trendy Thursday.
That looks so disgusting, man.
That's crazy,
yeah, man. So that's what's going on, and it's all across America. It's not just like on these pictures where this place is at. It's all across America, and it's not really being spoken of, man. Matter of fact, it's one picture that I saw, sort of like this one, right, with the kids sitting there, except for in that one, the Geechee man had on a short dress with his legs wide open, and the kids was on the floor, not chairs, and they could see his junk through his dress. And you know, the parents, they just like with that shit. So Salakia for the cussing, but I'm not with that type of shit. Folks destroy them people.
And then the Amalekites in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, Pink City or whatever, they say that's the number one gay parade on the earth. So that's in the Holy Land. They got the number one gay parade out of any other city on the earth. They got it over there on the Holy Land in Pink City, Tel Aviv in Israel. I always want to show this too, bro. This type of stuff we got going on. You can share my screen out there. Look at that, bro. The money.
Yeah, they out of order. They out of bounds. You know how you throw the ball out of bounds? A referee blow the whistle. They ass out of bounds.
Yeah. Now look at this. Hold on. Put my screen on the big screen, right? This type of stuff that go on, bro. This stuff not finna last another 20 years, bro.
You got to share your screen out.
Now you know how you pull it up on the what's name, like how you just close out your screen, pull up the name.
All right, talking about this zoom in on yours.
Yeah. It's like now look at this, bro. Look at this picture. I came across this. I'm just scrolling down YouTube one day, bro, and I came across some stuff, and I just happened to click on the channel, bro, and I came across this madness, bro. Now what you see here? It look like some ordinary couple or something.
Like a Jake and the Eve, man. But I'm guessing it's a Jake and the Eve, and not an Eve and a Jake.
As I'm scrolling through the channel, this is what I found, bro. So Buddy right here, he bogus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
he
a
tricking
whole
nigga.
But to the eye, it looked like a woman, bro, off the way it looked.
Hey, so now that
Esau technology done advanced so much to the point he done got this good at he can make a man look like a woman now, bro.
Hey, now that's straight off of the Jerry Springer show. You've been dating a chick. They say I got it cut off. Oh well, they ain't. It's so weird for them. They can't make it.
What's the scripture where it say you can back it out?
I'm finna pull it up. You already know. I already know what you're talking about.
See.
Now that's witchcraft for real. That's on a high level, man.
Yeah, that's garbage, bro. This for real ain't finna share your screen up.
All right, hold on. I'm going to it. Let me pull this up first. Man, it's over with for him. All right. So let me share my screen.
You can cut your landline off.
Shalaki.
Yeah,
yeah, man. He his ass wild hunters. He from the hunters. Doing that. All right, Shalaki, here you go right here. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23 and verse 1. He that is wounded in the stones, talking about the testicles, or have his private member cut off. Now, what that picture did say? Show that picture again.
I don't know.
Shalaki, show that picture one more time for edification purposes. He say, I got it cut off. Transgender man got his joint cut off. Snippety snap snipper. Okay.
But to the eye, bro, if you was in the mall, you walk past them, bro, you would think he with his, you know what I'm saying, with his girl, bro. It's a nigga, bro. And they even got pills that you take. Look, the way the nigga shaped up and framed, it look like a woman for real, bro. And Buddy right there, he bogus, bro. This guy.
Let me get this scripture, dude. Let me get this scripture. Hold on, let me shut my screen, man. They say, where my screen go? They move my screen on. All right, there you go. It's the law. Deuteronomy 23 and 1. He that is wounded in the stones or have his private member cut off shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. So hey, Buddy you might as well, like, you know what I'm saying? He might as well just go jump in the harbor, Lake Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Because he's just a waste of human life, a waste of male life. He can't produce any more little kings and princesses for the nation. You know, so he's to
the earth then.
Right, he uses. Matter of fact, he just need to be compost to make the flowers and the stuff grow. Put him back in the dust. The dust where they come from. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want him in the dust. I don't even want to smell them flowers that grow from him. We want him. He need to be buried in a damn. Drop him off in a lake of fire. That's where he need to go. Drop him off in a lake of fire, and that's it. For Buddy, it is. So hey, this place is wicked, man. All hell is breaking loose all over the planet as we speak, man. And we want to say, man, DTA, all right, and the Babal, man. Okay. Destroy Babylon, man. Okay. And with that being said, man, we the Lions of Judah, just around located here in Chicago. We hope this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. And we want to give double honor to the elders of the nation of Israel. And shalom to the Akim that's preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akim, Akwati, men, the little ones, man, the little children that's keeping them laws, statutes, and commandments, obeying their parents. To y'all, we say shalom.
So long.
Shalom.